Hey guys, it's Loveless and it's time for another video. Today we're exploring astrology, looking at the darker side of life. Now, these are not natal charts. These are charts made based on when I was thinking about a subject. Let's see what we find. Today I'll be speculating about Mama June and her relationship with Jordan McCollum, a dude 20 years her junior. What's going on there? Some media is reporting them as together, but she denies they are more than just friends. But the two stayed in Vegas together for days. Adding to the confusion, Jordan posted to Instagram with a picture of him and his girlfriend when he got back, and denied anything more than friendship as well. So what's the energy really here? What does the Eye of Loveless say? So Scorpio is rising here. That makes Mama June Mars and Jordan Venus. Right off the bat, I would have to say there is a real connection here, as Mars is in Libra and Venus is in Scorpio. Their planets are in each other's signs. There's a strong mutual exchange of energy here. We also have Jordan's planet in Mama June's house. This is a keen interest, and they'd have to be extremely close. This could be besties energy. Remember my reading on Diddy Love and Jermaine Dupri? Diddy was Venus in Scorpio and Jermaine was Mars in Libra, and they are best friends. The fifth house stands out for both Mama June and Jordan. This is general fun, gambling, and sometimes romance. At the least, they genuinely enjoy having fun with each other. Darkness lurks close by, as it oft does with the people I talk about. There is quite a bit of negative energy. Mama June is joined to star Vindy Mayatrix, the star of widowhood. You never want to see this in the question of relationships. And the moon here is leaving an opposition aspect from Saturn, another indication of divorce or separation. The Arabic part of divorce is joined to the 7th house, and the 7th house represents relationships. So, huge emphasis on divorce, obviously. It's possible this energy suggests an end of relationship between her and Jordan, but I think it really is about her ex, Juno Doke. Let's talk a little bit about him. I wasn't planning on it, but here's my theory. I think he's shown as the sun here. The sun is doing poorly, so it represents well a man at rock bottom, as many people are who enter drug rehab. And remember that moon and Saturn divorce aspect I mentioned. The moon is contacting the sun, Juno, so I'm convinced now that he's the sun. So Mama June hates Juno and is all about separation. Juno has negative energy towards her as well, so they are toxic towards each other. I think she especially has issues with him. They struggle and are weak together, so this is a bad match. They are better off separated. This is also very overwhelming, stressful energy. Mars and Sun are very fiery, so it probably gets really destructive. I saw he was charged with 3rd-degree domestic violence against her. Her separation with him still weighs on her hugely. Nevertheless, I see Juno trying to reach out to Mama June at some point if he hasn't already. It probably won't go well.
She's damaged, but she's a keeper. She just needs to be loved a little different, reassured a little more. She's been through more hell than you can ever imagine.
Let's talk about the 12th house. Mama June's planet is also associated with the 12th house. This house, most relevant to her in this situation, is how we struggle, self-sabotage, and keep secrets. So inherently, at present, Mama June is most likely acting a bit self-destructive, and she's bringing this energy to her relationships. Let's look at Jordan's side of the chart. Taurus is here again. His planet is also associated with his 12th house, so a theme of self-destructive behavior appears. This could be saying they're both struggling with their inner demons and the path ahead won't be easy.
I'm so happy to not be in that life anymore. Trapped within, stuck in a cycle of insanity, begging for a way out, but not looking for one. I'm happy today. and a little less crazy.
Jordan's planet is leaving an aspect with Neptune retrograde. This shows him moving away from excessive drug use, namely alcohol, and that's good of course. This looks pretty recent, happening over the last few months. However, there's still very challenging energy around him. Jordan's ascendant, which describes him as a person, is connected to the star Algol. I mentioned this luminary in my Mercedes Moore chart. It's pretty nasty energy. It's a star of a violent nature where alcohol gets its name. A person shown with this energy may lose their mind, and in the case of Jordan, have temptation to abuse drugs heavily. These issues may not be a good influence for Mama June, who is currently on probation for drug use. The Sun media, so take that with a grain of salt, said her daughter Anna told them this. Something else that stands out to me is what's going on with money. The planet that represents money for Mama June is Jupiter. For Jordan's money, it's Mercury. These planets are both retrograde. I suspect they're both a bit amiss when it comes to money. I would wager Mama June is squanderous, generous to a fault with bad investments, and Jordan isn't smart about money. These planets are trine, indicating an exchange here. He is definitely, at the least, ready to accept anything she gives him. I think that they both give each other things, however. Material things aside, I think his gift to Mama June is a relationship, and I mean that in the purest form of the word. And for him, it's notoriety and to get people talking about him, even if it's infamy. Finally, Mercury retrograde, his money, sits in her 11th house, while joined to the fixed star Spica, which represents good fortune. It's a definite indicator that he benefits financially from his friendship with her, despite being bad with money. This is a lucky thing that happened for him, and she is happy to support him. So it's pretty clear that he's not with Mama June. We don't need a crystal ball to see he's involved with someone else. Judging from his TikToks, it doesn't even seem like they even traveled together to Vegas. I think his girlfriend is Mercury, and Mercury also represents his family. So, part of the things he receives from Mama June, gifts such as a car, publicity, also go to her. So real quick, I inquired with the tarot cards, what is the nature of the relationship between Jordan and Mama June? Princess of Pentacles appears. This is a woman with money, and I think, in reference to Mama June, I see it showing her as a good friend and someone happy to support someone in need, however, generous to a fault and wasteful. So the nature of the relationship is supportive in my opinion, but also financial and material. My conclusion is they are true friends with complementary personalities and similar struggles who enjoy having fun together, a lot of fun. Can a good friend of someone maybe take a little advantage of their generosity? Yeah, it happens quite often in my opinion. I'm not sure if that's happening here, as it's not his fault if someone chooses to spoil him as a friend, but Mama June feels he's a true friend and is happy to help him. Any gifts that he gets, however, may be squandered a bit, but I also see him putting it towards his family. For example, a car from Mama June is a very sensible gift that supports him and his family. I don't think she'll be throwing money at him forever, and it will probably end sooner rather than later. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.